Hello and welcome. This is Sandra Hart at Life Over 60. So glad to see you again today. Whether it's dating or marriage, women bring something really uniquely to them, to a relationship that makes it beautiful and whole.
I had been a wallflower for so long, standing on the sidelines, watching life go by. But now I hear something that sounds like a love song from the birds in the sky. Seems I'm falling like a fresh summer rain.
Hello, I am so glad to have you with me again today. We are going to be talking about something that is really unique to us women. I'm going to be highlighting the 7 awesome things that we as women bring to a relationship, whether it's dating, marriage, or even a relationship with your friends and children. We really are truly an awesome species. So I'm going to really talk about those wonderful things that make us unique. The first one is compassion and empathy. Don't we have compassion and empathy? We as women draw from our personal experiences in life, and by this time we've had quite a few. And it is our innate nature to sit down, to hold someone's hand, to listen to them, and to share our experiences with them to help them get through situations, whether it be a partner, a husband, or someone in your family. Isn't that what we really are able to do? I mean, I know myself, and I want you to think about you too. Don't you pull from those difficult times in your life, and when you see someone else suffering, you try to share those with them, and you really have that compassion and understanding for their problems. Men think a little bit differently, and I'm going to do another video on what men bring to the table. But women have that deep compassion, and we are able to give emotional support to those who need it. And I think that really is a very important quality and one of the amazing things that we are fortunate enough to have. The next one I have talked about often, so often. And what is that? Our gut feelings, our inner voice. Women have an intuition, that inner voice that men don't seem to have. A case in point. We had company yesterday, and it was Arthur's cousin, who originally was from Uruguay. He now lives here in New York with his wife, who is also named Sandra. And he's a very, very successful business. I mean, really very successful businessman. And do you know what he said? I never make any type of important decision without asking my wife. Does that tell you something? He is tuned in and knows that his wife has that inner intuition, that gut instinct to know. She listens to her inner voice, what decision may be good and what decision may be not so good. That is something that we have, and I don't know, we build it up through life, through our own experiences, I said before, like we do with compassion. But a lot of us have that inner voice, but we have not yet learned to really listen to it. Because when I listen to my inner voice, 99.9%, she is telling me the right thing to do. And I know Arthur asks me also, but I felt it was really interesting that my cousin, or our cousin Gustavo, always asks his wife on those big, major, important decisions because he trusts her inner voice. The third thing that I know is true, we have strength and endurance through pain. For some reason, we women have been born with this inner strength that we have developed throughout the years. Every time throughout our marriage that Arthur's had a tiny little ache or pain, is, oh, woe is me, I'm so sick, I can't. But somehow, women have that inner strength to get through things. When they are feeling lousy, they still can make dinner for their family. When they are feeling lousy, they still can read that bedroom story to their children. When they are feeling sick as a dog, they still can pick themselves up and carry on to do what they know that they have to do in life. I can remember one time, my middle daughter, Allison, and her husband, they really needed a vacation. So they went off to the islands and left me to babysit with their children. And one of them she was about a 4-month-old baby. Well, I came down with the flu. And I tell you, my youngest, she's not my youngest granddaughter now, but McLean is her name. She was a crier. She cried all the time. Well, I was so sick, and I remember lying on the floor beside her on a blanket trying to comfort her. I didn't give her the flu because babies sometimes are very immune to things, but I was sick as a dog. But I knew I had to take care of her. And I couldn't call them on the phone and say, hey, come back from the Caribbean. But I can remember how terribly sick that I was. But I carried on and I did what I had to do in spite of it. That is one of the things that we do have that men don't seem to have. Now, I've thought about it and I thought, well, maybe it's because as mothers, we always pamper our sons. And that's true. I know that I do. I think mothers pamper their boys a little bit more than they do their daughters because they understand their daughters can muscle through it, but they're not too sure about their sons. So maybe that carries off into a relationship as they get older. The next one is nurturing, and that's kind of what I talked about a little bit toward the end of my last thing. Women seem to know what to say to make the people that they love feel better. It's just an amazing quality, I think, that we all have. When someone in our life, when the kids are being bullied, or when your husband, doesn't feel that he's been treating well at work, whatever it is that's going on in the relationship, somehow we have the ability to talk to them, to make them feel better, to support our partner or our children in the way that they need that support. It really is true. So many times I know that I've had friends in my life that have told me how much they had helped their husband get through some type of crisis, help their children to get through some type of crisis. And I know that I do that still on a regular basis. I'm always on the phone helping the people that I love get through crises in their lives. And the next one kind of falls into that same category, and that is support. We are always there to support the people that we love in relationships, especially our husbands and even our children. Somehow, they always know that we have their backs, that we are there to lift them up, to support them in whatever they are doing in their work, telling them how wonderful they are, pointing out to them the good qualities that they have in life. We are truly the nurturers in life. And I do mean that women actually, we are responsible for humanity. And I know that's a big burden to put on all of us, but we really are. We're the ones, we have the children, we are ones that pick our mates, and we are the ones that try to help both our husbands and all the people that we love to do better in their lives and to be supportive of their decisions in life. And that is such a special quality that we have. And I want you all to really realize how important that is, that we can do this for other people in our lives. And that is a quality that we are uniquely qualified to have. Some men have some of these qualities, but none of them are as strong as what we women can bring to the table. The next one we talk about, I'm on the beauty channel, I'm in the beauty community. Beauty. Women have curves. They have a sensual part of them that attracts a mate. There's something about us, whether it comes from inside, that inner beauty that I talk about all the time. But women have a certain essence and a certain quality about them that enables us to find a mate, procreate, and then start our job as nurturing. And that nurturing also is for us. We know how to nurture ourselves. And I know that the older I have gotten, the more I have been able to nurture me. And when I nurture me, I can be a better nurturer to my husband and to my children and to those people in my life. So we are born with the essence of beauty that can attract others. We've got it. What can I say? There's no way. We've got it. Humility is the last one. We know when it's time to set ourselves aside and think about someone else. Whether it's something as small as allowing him to endlessly have the remote and click, click, click away, or whether it's a big decision like buying a new car, maybe wanting to take another job in another area, whatever the decision is, even what to have for dinner, we know how to give up for just a little bit. We don't give up ourselves, but just to set our priorities aside for a short time and let someone else be in the driver's seat. We are awesome creatures. We really are. And I want us all to realize that as women, in any type of relationship, we really bring a lot to the table. And the older we get, the more of a buffet and a more of a bountiful table we can set, because we've had all these years to build up these 7 awesome qualities that we bring to the table. What is your list? Think about you and who you are and your relationship with your husband, your children, or if you're not married, your relationship with your friends. What are the 7 awesome things that you have as a woman that is unique to womanhood that you think you bring to the table? I really would be interested in reading those answers. I am so happy that you're here today. I welcome all of my wonderful new subscribers. We are the most awesome community here on YouTube. I don't mean just be prejudiced, but I really think that. So let's all do something really wonderful for ourselves today. Have compassion for the people that we love. And don't forget to share that love with everyone that you come across today. Take care, and I hope to see you in my next video.